He just said a few things that, I find contradicting in what he said. Number one, he said, if you're going to believe what the white man said, then he come back and tell you that the white man is the gatekeeper.
Any kind of dilly-dallying, that's the government. Any kind of pussyfooting, that's the government. Any kind of act that's designed to delay or deprive you and me right now of getting full rights, that's the government that's responsible.
Oh shit, it's on now and it ain't no backing down. Once and for all, can Natural Tahuti hold his own in the ring with Dr. Ali Muhammad? Yo, we know that you're gonna have to come prepared because Ali Muhammad is not one to be played with. I'm predicting a 5th round knockout because both of these brothers are gonna bring some powerful information.
He has all of the ancient records. Number two, I am very suspicious about anyone who can come and tell me he can read the Metal Netter or he can read some of these ancient scripts. Because number one, when we're dealing with Metal Netter, we're getting that from the Rosetta Stone. We're dealing with Wallace Budge.
No, sir.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
No, sir.
How can you base the whole entirety of a complex writing system such as the Metal Netter based off of the Rosetta Stone? Number two, white men, listen, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was taught by Master Farad Muhammad, gave him 104 books to read, and they were all by white folks. So we can't sit here and say, oh, you can't get no information from the white man. Dr. Ben, Dr. Ben, you got Sheikh Anta Diop, you got John Henry Clark. All of them went to the universities of white men. You understand what I'm saying to you? And all of them use some of the documentations of what white folks have said. Now, y'all sleeping on Tahuti because this is gonna be different. I'm not gonna come with what feels good. I am going to bring you a scientific analyzation of the topic. I'm going to bring you the archaeological evidence. I'm going to bring you also paleontological data. I'm going to also show you the empirical genetic data to show forth and prove that the woman is superior genetically, she's superior mentally, and she is superior physically.
So is Ali Muhammad over his head in this one?
He is way over his head in this one.
Let me come back for a second. Let me talk about Natural Tahuti, who's getting real fruity over here. Listen, the first thing that now this is instruction on the base, because I can see he's not skilled. Now you don't need to learn these skills from no school. You can learn these in the street doing street rhyme battles. You know what I mean? The first thing you do is never make an assumption on what the other person is going to say. He just made 3 fatal errors. So what he's going to do is, I'm not going to check what he just said. I'm going to let him stay on that path, because as soon as he come on the stage, people going to be scratching their head like, yo, why didn't anybody help this dude? Get prepared. He weighing in too heavy. He ain't do his knuckle push-ups. The second thing is, men and women have a higher and a lower self. We understand that. If you look at a man, his higher self is he's extremely intelligent and creative at producing and making things. His lower self is sometimes he cannot appropriately deal with power. You find that a lot in men. Women, higher self, they're very nurturing and compassionate. You see what I'm saying? They love. But lower self, they get into emotion and they destroy. So whenever I see a man getting to such levels of emotion and assumption, I understand what the subject matter is. So I'm going to be doing more than presenting empirical data, because there's a lot of brothers that's in the audience that have psychological issues with their own manhood that has produced this type of mentality that you see coming out. And it's not a shot at anybody, it's a prototype. You see what I'm saying? Because look at women, man. Anybody who deal with a woman, go home and look at your woman and deal with her. If you take care of her and she take care of you, she has certain expectations that are natural, and so do you. You see what I'm saying? And one expectation that I know every woman that I have ever dealt with, whether I was unconscious or conscious, is, man, listen, you gotta take a stand. At war, we at war. We've been at war for a while, and we in colonization. At war, what man would promote, even if it was true, what man would promote the woman being out front and being superior? You keep that shit in the fold of the flock. That's just straight street knowledge. You see what I'm saying? We can honor the woman and her greatness, her real greatness in antiquity today and without hiding behind her. And the second thing I like to say is, and this is just straight up on the real, a lot of dudes in the conscious community have become the new age preachers. See, because they understand that if they play with the woman's mentality, it'll get them the ability to write books and get people to come to their lectures. And then when people say, well, what we gonna do after this? How we gonna get together? Niggas is disappearing. Nobody know where anybody is. When a woman is at home on the wick, nobody ain't got a program for her. No, just eat this I Am God book. You can't eat that shit, man. You don't want to hear that. Okay, real women knew what's up. What's up. So when the guys come in, the guys gonna represent.
Yeah. So hold up. How is this gonna benefit the people? What can you expect the people to get out of this right here, brother?
Well, I can only speak for our group.
Right.
See, we gonna show and prove that the black man is God by what he is doing, and his woman is the goddess. The sister that's gonna open up for me, because I got somebody opening up for me, is gonna help the sisters see what is actually going on with this erroneous type of teaching and what it is actually doing to the woman. You see what I'm saying? How it's corrupting her mind. Why when you got somebody who think they are God in the house and she a woman, you can't even go home and get no fucking peace. You know what I mean? Because she the fucking God. You know what I mean? She is aggressive. She's masculine. She taking force. Nah, her power is in femininity. And the feminine power, which is the power of subtlety, the power of compassion, the power of nurturing, is the power that will make an angry man. You say, you know what, baby, I bow out. You good. As long as you hear you got my back, I got your back. So we got to understand these roles and play it right.
You see, what's happening here is, this is what we have to understand about the conscious community. Because I see it very clearly, and I see he's showing a very prime example of that. Most of the stuff that we are getting is written by men. You understand me? For men, and it's controlled by men. We have been we have been controlled by a patriarchal system. White supremacy is a patriarch system, and so that particular template is also the same template that is coming down the line when the people that are interpreting our history to us, they give us that same male patriarch template. So when we're talking about male and female, frankly, we don't understand what masculine and feminine is because we're speaking, number one, a foreign language. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't understand what masculine and feminine principles are coming from our own indigenous magical languages. You see, because when you know the African dialect from the particular tribe and the particular geological location from which you came, that particular language has an essence to it, which is magic. So in a sense, you will actualize the meaning on a metaphysical basis. You see what I'm saying to you? But in this lecture, this is not about coming with speculation. We want to see the facts. I want to see it documented. I want to see the scholarship. I'm bringing scholarship to the table.
Why is this important to you, and what do you expect the people to get out of this? How could this benefit the people? I'm gonna ask all y'all that.
There's several reasons why this is going to benefit the people. Number one, it's free. You ain't got no damn reason to stay your ass at home. Come on out and support. I need all of the sisters to get there because you know what? Natural Tahuti is on a war path. Man, I got fire in my ass right now. And I'm telling you, I am striving to bring the sisters into the consciousness of what they really are. The original man, when we dealing with the man, the goddamn woman is masculine. She is masculine and feminine because the original man is the woman. We are the son of man, not the original man. The original man is the woman because she is the original template. And all of the physical anatomy of the woman or of the man comes from the goddamn woman's template. So how the hell are you gonna say the original man is man? No, you got it wrong because you have a Eurocentric ideology.
Come, let me chime in on that. Multiply that thought by 1,000 years, and niggas is in museums. That's what we got. Niggas
I
is in
just want to
museums.
know, does God have agenda? You don't gotta. I just want to know, is there an agenda to this creator, the supreme force?
Who you asking that
created
to?
us?
Right.
I'm asking
Both,
both of the gods.
both.
Yeah,
All right.
can answer the
When
question.
you communicating to people, we dealing with language. We dealing with a lot of factors, so you got to entertain all of them. First of all, the word God is a masculine word. Now, of course, according to him, you know, the woman is a man. That shit is so confusing. I can't even say it. But everybody gonna have their path. The question is, what is gonna fucking work? See, because if you can't put that shit to work, it don't mean nothing. I got 6 women that I take care of all the time. Of course, I go through drama like everybody else, but I have no concern or no problem that over the next 30 years, they gonna be with me, I'm gonna be with them, because I know the formulas. The question is, how many of us as black men can really step up and say we take care of our women? In the sense of the definition that we provide to others as a God. Because if you are saying that the woman is the God, give us a definition, make that shit functional. Then if you the goddess, then, you know, parade around and show us your goddesshood. You see what I'm saying? This shit is just crazy when you really think about it. And the last thing is, back to the question, everybody has a definition. Motherfuckers can make a definition of God or whatever they want to make it. But I'm going to use the etymology to make it clear. And then as you go to the question of this supreme force, you see what I'm saying? If it is a supreme force, the word force itself in physics implies a masculine energy. So that's why I am appropriating that whenever you talk about the deity and its supreme nature, you dealing with it as a man. And all we gotta do is step back from all the fucking books and everything else and step even out of our own colonization and look at throughout history, right now, and in the future, what men do. Men are fucking creators, man. Just put it down. And women receive that creation and augment it into what we want it to manifest into. That is my art. She is not the creator of the universe. She's the maintainer and the sustainer. And lastly, the basic point is, if you love your lineage and you think that there is power in it, all the brothers, Polite, or any of them who were talking about the Nubian woman as God, that's ahistorical to the Nubian records. I mean, this is just simple stuff. You see what I'm saying? But the last point is this, and I rest on this. Look at us in 30 years. Show me the group that Natural Tahuti is working with on that formula. Show me the group that Ali Muhammad is working with that formula. And I will guarantee you that shit he's talking about will be dissipation, craziness, or extinction, and what we will be as a family. That's all I can say.
Okay, real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Before I forget, man. Number one, this is not about what Natural Tahuti is doing. This is about the information. I'm coming in here with scholarship. Number one, that's what this is about. This is not and I mean, we can get, I love hitting below the belt, because I got some below the belt information to hit you with, if you want to go that route. However, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to try to keep it clean.
Bring the gloves,
and bring the
baby.
scholarship. But I see right now, I'm going to have to go get my below the belt stuff. Because I see how he's coming.
Yeah, baby.
You see what I'm saying? And so
you got to.
You gotta
Because this is a teaching session.
You know what? Because
this is not just information. Let me stop.
No. Don't colonize my time. Don't colonize my time.
People
we won't have that
listen to
today.
the truth, but they
We're
like
not gonna have that today.
Okay. As the moderator,
Okay.
one person
let me
at a
finish,
time.
man, because I'm
One
not
person
finished.
at a
I'm just saying, baby.
I'm not finished. You see? And so I know what he's coming with. You see? The only thing that he can come with is history. And I'm here to tell you, history is a mystery because it's codified. You're not understanding. History does not tell her story. When we get into her story, now we got our story. How the hell can it be his story when we goddamn live in a damn womb? The damn earth is a womb. So how the hell you gonna come with the history? So that's all he's gonna bring you is history. I'm going to decodify that history and show you everything that they're saying is masculine is really the female. I'm gonna show you that.
All right, go ahead, brother.
All right, peace. This is going to be a hell of an event, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I want to ask my brother Ali Muhammad a question.
Go ahead, bro.
In your first, when you spoke first, you said where in society, you said that man creates cars. Man is the creator. Man is the one that's responsible for building everything. But what I like to do sometimes is I like to take the human species and compare him to what goes on in nature, and compare the human species to other participants in the animal kingdom. Because I think we just in the animal kingdom when we living on this lower plane right now. I don't think anybody,
I definitely agree.
any of us humans have exercised enough mental capacity to put us on really the human plane. I think we're really living on the animal plane right now. Okay.
I feel you.
Well, I mean, the reason I say that is because scientists say we only use, 5% of our brain capacity.
What the hell does that mean when they say that, though? I don't even what are they saying?
Okay, so But be that as it may,
I told you this right here is gonna be powerful, family.